everyone, welcome back to another slow fashion video. I hope you're all doing well. Today I want to break down and hopefully demystify that elusive, effortless style that so many of us are after. Selfishly, I really like the feeling of an outfit that has a lot more ease. So today I'm going to break down some of the common themes that I have found are prevalent in outfits that look and feel quite effortless. I'm really going to try and take elements of style that can be applied no matter what your base style personality is, because I think even if you're dressing professionally or in a more romantic or edgy style, for example, you can still bring a pinch of effortlessness into those looks. I would even go so far as to say some of these elements of effortless style are things that can't be found or purchased in stores. So that's good news. Yay! So today's video is going to be broken up into two parts. First, the more like theory, I guess you could call it, and then I've got 3 examples for you using my own clothes and how I've changed outfits from fussy to effortless. Before I forget, if you're new, welcome, hello. I talk about slow fashion and using creativity instead of consumption to come up with really cool and stylish looks and develop your personal style. If that sounds like you, something you like, hit subscribe below, and you can also find me on IG. I'll leave that here. All right, let's jump on in. Like all my videos, please take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. My version and personal preference of what effortless looks like to me might look very different from your own definition. One of the first themes that I pull out of effortless looks when I was researching for today's video is a sense of ease. There is always a sense that the wearer of these garments feels very at home, at ease, and can move about their day in comfort. The overall styling of the outfit doesn't feel like it's trying too hard, and it just looks comfortable. And again, this is across all spectrums, from edgy to romantic looks. Another common theme amongst effortless looks is this underlying foundation of functional pieces. So sometimes it looks like a sensible shoe that is easy to walk in, or a purse or bag that is carried crossbody or that is actually large enough to put like your wallet and a water bottle in. Sometimes it's really that simple. Other times it can look like outerwear that is actually appropriate for the weather or the climate that the person is in. Things like proper raincoats, really cool parkas or puffers that are styled in a way that still feels interesting and chic. This element of functionality is often styled in juxtaposition with items that are a little bit perhaps more luxurious or frivolous. And that balance is what makes a really effortless look sing, I think. Speaking of balance, I came up with a little theory on this next one, and that is that all really great effortless outfits have a right balance between slouchy and relaxed fit items versus tailored and polished items. And that balance is going to depend on 2 things. The first, your own personal style and preference, whether you prefer softer, more romantic pieces, or maybe you prefer more tailored pieces. The second piece will depend on where you fall on the spectrum that is a little bit related to the Kibe body type system. This Kibe body type system has sort of 2 defining anchors on either end of a spectrum, dramatic being one, where your physical features are angular, a little bit sharper, and then on the other end, more softer, romantic features. So I think, now this is just a theory, but I think depending on where you fall on that spectrum, that's going to determine how much sort of soft and slouch and more relaxed items you'll wear in comparison to how much of the tailored and polished items you'll wear. Let's use me as an example. I consider myself to have very dramatic and angular features. I have a very high contrast look with my dark hair and dark eyes. And also something that the Kibe body system doesn't include is your personality. I'm not an extrovert by any means, but I tend to be a little bit dramatic. So I fall on the dramatic side, and when I wear too many structured pieces, or even just one structured piece, It's enough to really make my outfit feel polished and put together, which is why I tend to feel more comfortable and a little bit more at ease with myself when I have more balance of softer, relaxed things like denim, somewhat oversized shirts, and things styled in a way that feels more casual. Something else that I noticed, which might feel counterintuitive to the descriptor of effortless, is that in every effortless outfit, there is a few, like 1 or 2 key points of interest. As an example, I've got these 2 photos here. The one on the left is very tonal, there's a little bit of print, but it's all a very similar structure and silhouette. You can't really land on 1 or 2 things that catch the eye. Whereas the outfit on the right, it's got 2 key points of interest that I can identify. The first is the white loafer, and the second is the scarf, both in the way it's styled and the way it connects the loafer with the rest of the outfit. Both of these looks are fairly simple, made up of pretty classic pieces, but one does feel more effortless than the other. Points of interest in effortless style are where you can really personalize. So this is where the use of perhaps an interesting color or personalized accessories like jewelry or hats or anything like that can really come into play and make that effortless piece of style your own. Another element that I found really interesting is this element of a relaxed fit. You can wear a size that is perfect for you, but if the fit is very tight or fitted or has too much structure, it can come across as feeling perhaps really polished or too fussy or very professional. So a lot of these elements of effortlessness come from a fit that is a little bit more relaxed. There's more breathing room on the body. So even though someone could be wearing a size that is a true fit for them, look for that element of breathing room, perhaps around wrists and ankles, or even just around the way the shirt falls on a body, for example. The final element that I've noticed is that all of the wearers of these effortless garments seem to have an inherent sense of confidence and that sense of ease that they love what they're wearing. I think this is definitely something that we all perhaps need to work on. It's definitely not the easiest thing to achieve, but when you're wearing clothes that do make you feel really good, that fit you in a way that showcase whatever it is that you want to show off to the world and that you don't feel self-conscious wearing, that is what really makes an outfit feel easy and effortless. It goes beyond, what you can buy. It even goes beyond how you style certain things. It's just a way of asserting and owning your personal style and loving what you're wearing. So for part 2, my examples, I've got 3 outfits: a pair of jeans and a blazer look, a pencil skirt look, and a dress look. For this first outfit, I actually, now that I look at it, it does feel pretty effortless already, but I've put together my jeans with a button-up shirt and a slightly oversized blazer. I don't do really well with super oversized blazers, but this one has just enough breathing room for me to feel effortless, and I like it. However, if I swap the button-up shirt for something that is a little bit softer and a little bit more romantic, it really does change the outfit. I've kept pretty much everything else in this look the same, but I do think that changing out the crisp button-up for a softer cashmere sweater really makes a difference. We can see how the texture of the cashmere feels a little bit more comforting, a little softer, and it's a cream, so it's a really nice calming contrast that I think makes the denim feel a little bit more lived in as well. We still have to keep those points of interest, and I think the belt does that really well here. The other elements I've kept the same because tucking denim into my boots is something that I would probably do in the winter to avoid my denim getting dirty at the ankles. My next look with the pencil skirt was a bit of a challenge. I wanted to really compare and contrast because pencil skirts are inherently polished and authoritative. So first I styled it with a blazer and a belt and a really sharp patent pointed toe pump. At first I tried swapping out the blazer and the belt with a knit sweater that was really cozy and oversized. So I'm really changing up the silhouette to add more slouch and the texture to feel softer and more comforting. But without swapping out the shoe, this look really still didn't feel super effortless to me. What made the biggest difference was when I swapped out the shoes for a more functional boot. So by changing up the proportions to something long, flowy, that has a lot of movement and softness to it, it really helps to balance out the boot, and I feel this look comes across as much more effortless than what I started with. For the dress, I styled it in a way that felt really cute, like there's nothing wrong with this look, but it feels a little bit more traditional, perhaps even a little bit predictable. So what I wanted to do is swap out the espadrille, which is like such a fantastic shoe, but felt a little bit fussy, with a flatter, more chunkier sandal that still works with the color scheme of the dress. And I swapped out the structure of the denim jacket with, again, that softer, creamy cashmere. So not only is there less of a harsh contrast between the denim and the dress colors, but there's also less contrast in the structure as well. I also swapped out the bag for something that was a little bit more soft and cohesive from that structured basket bag. And when you tie something around your shoulders like that, I don't know what it is, but it kind of has that great, like, just threw something together vibe, but looks really put together. So that is what I have for you today. Those are my 3 examples, all of the elements that I found. But let me know if you liked this kind of video. Give it a thumbs up. If you did learn something new, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to grab a ticket for my next live Shop Your Closet studio. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. I am so grateful that you choose to spend your time with me, and I'll see you in the next slow fashion video. Okay, ciao.